Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, PA, the man with electric football fingers so quick and nimble they defy the human eye. I present to you the one and only Mr. National and the Mr. National Podcast.
Check. Can you hear me? Check.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Sounds
We live.
golden.
Dude, we on. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't sound like Kit. Want to thank Kit for that brilliant intro. That guy,
Yeah.
the velvety smooth voice of Kit Kitchen, the man behind Toe Pro. That's it. It is Toe Pro. And the man to my right, who needs no introduction, P Double.
That's two P's.
Right. That's right. Double means two, so it's two P's. Okay, two P's because he's too dope. Okay,
Two P's in a pod.
that's what we are. That's what we have become. We have evolved. We have evolved. Want to thank everybody for the journey coming along with us. I mean, the Jim Davises, the Stephen LeGrows, the Kit Kitchens, all our faithful followers. Even Brian Phillips, he even watches. He just wants us to mess up, but he watches. He listens. He just he like a cub, like a lion cub. He just waiting to pounce. You know what I mean? He just listening. He hears something, triggers him, and he's off. So, talking about trigger, we're gonna get in there a little bit. The post on the TOC. You know what I mean? P Dub raised a few eyebrows. I mean,
Yeah.
Usually, I stay away from all that stuff.
Right.
But
you don't go to anything, in fact.
No.
Never
Right.
come around, right?
Right. Yeah.
Blank
Who is this
resume.
guy? Who is this guy? Who is this? Yeah, we're gonna go in there a little later. You know what I mean? Well, we're gonna call some names. You know what I mean? But right now, we just want to thank everybody for the Mr. National Podcast.
If you're
like
on
I said,
YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, right?
right. P Dub has done wonders. I mean, we got the stackwithnatShow.com website. We got the Mr. National Podcast on Instagram. Still got the Stack with Nat show on Facebook. There's a lot going on. A lot of it's, P Dub. He's a marketing phenomenon. Okay, so all you need, he starts you off with your starter kit. You know what I mean? He finds out what you're good at and works with that. And then once he draws up your character, then it's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
then
puts
you're
you.
golden.
Then you have a Rob. You know what I mean?
We do have a Weird Wolf logo, though. That's a Weird Wolf logo.
That's true. That is true. That's right. I was
You think
trying
he's
to.
at the game tonight?
I don't know. We need to find that out. I bet he's tailgating. I think he might just be. Well, it's the first game. You got to be there.
He's there.
And he's there, right? He's
Right.
there, right?
That's
He got to be. He got to be. It's like Chris. You know what? I'm taking off the hat. Peter. I got the hat.
Here comes the dome.
There it is.
Oh!
Yeah, it's football season.
I didn't have a chance to put on my jersey.
Yeah, we're going with that right there. You know what I mean? Let these dudes know. If you didn't know, now you know. Mr. National goes with 49ers.
All the way
And
from
we
Philly.
all the way from Philly, and a hardcore 49er fan. Just signed Joey Bosa.
Yeah,
I just picked these up.
Like,
You know, just
your best players, you gotta
Yeah, you gotta keep I mean, we're paying a lot of money. Just got these 49er earbuds.
Oh,
It's hard to
nice.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light, so
There
much
you go.
light. Yeah,
Well, that light thing is
yeah,
causing the glare.
causing a glare. Yep, but the 49er earbud. There it is.
49er branded earbuds, huh?
There it is. There it is, right there. So
Amazing.
that's what I do. That's how I do it. Okay. Wireless. But yeah, it's like Christmas today to football fans. We are hours away from the kickoff of the 2023 NFL season. And P-Dub, I'm
Speaking
putting
of signing Joey Bosa, the Chiefs
Mhm.
didn't sign Chris Jones yet.
No, he
He's
said
not playing.
he's not playing. And
It's
and
crazy.
and Kelsey is hurt, so
It's hurt.
they
Right.
going in a little short-handed.
Right. That's crazy. I was getting irritated when the Lions wouldn't sign Zach Martin. It's like, what did I say? The Lions? I meant the Cowboys.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He switched up. His wife finally won him over.
But they signed him now it seems like a while ago. I mean, so compared to Bosa signing at the last minute, and then Jones isn't signing at all.
Right. The Bosa signing is kind of reminiscent of TJ Watt, who last year held out. A little different because he worked out with the team while he was in negotiations and basically holding out, and they signed him a couple days before the game. So we got Bosa signed. He's at the team. He'll get a little work in. They say he's like a freak with working out and staying in shape. So
Yeah,
there's
the dude is he's just like
he's shredded. You know what I mean?
He doesn't look human. I mean, he looks like
He does.
superhuman.
He looks like Frank Jacobs, like 30 years ago. You know?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you see Frank now. Frank's like in his mid-50s and he's still jacked. You know what I mean? For an older guy.
Yeah. You know what? The first time I met Frank, I noticed his calves, like the muscle on his calf, is way up high. Like he's got this little, like I got like no calf. It's just like all one little, it's one straight thing.
A chicken leg.
Yeah. He's got like this giant muscle on the very top of his calf. Like that's probably what, I don't know. Like it's got like what do you call that? Flex, quick reflexes or whatever. Quick flex muscles. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, yeah, he's superhuman. Yeah, it's like 9 feet tall, 500 pounds of his muscles.
That's my guy, Frank Jacobs.
Cool,
I'm talking about Frank. His team is the Oilers. I mean, he still rocks the Oilers. I mean, that's You ask, national. Who's your favorite player of all time football? Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was my favorite player as a kid. I mean, it was him
as a kid.
Yeah. And an AFC and an NFC team, right?
Right.
Cowboys and the Oilers.
And the Oilers.
The Oilers just disappeared, and I was like, this, that's that. So
yeah, but talking about the Oilers, like the Titans took over their history, so
right.
They are. I heard they're wearing the uniforms, the Oilers uniforms, a lot this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
fun.
So that'll be cool seeing the Oilers running around there. But they're the Titans, so.
I always dreamed of seeing an Oilers Cowboys Super Bowl, but the Oilers could never get past the Steelers.
Right. No.
And there was a couple times that one game.
I thought they had it.
Foot on the line. I don't know if you remember that, but
Renfro, right?
Yeah, I mean it was a touchdown, but they didn't get the touchdown.
They didn't get it right. That was Dan Pastorini. Then they had Stabler, Robert Brazil.
Yeah.
I used to like 00, Kim Burrows, the wide receiver. Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah, anyways, the season kicks off. P-Dub is a Cowboys fan, if you guys didn't know. He's a Cowboys fan stuck in Detroit. Michigan, stuck in Michigan.
Right. When I was a kid, my parents moved to Michigan, and I'm still pissed. I'm still looking for my dad. What the hell, man?
Yeah. And I'm a Philly kid that, that saw a special on running back Bill Ring, NFL Films, back in 1980, and just started liking that team.
Is that right? That was
Yeah,
that was it.
that was it. Yeah. Bill Ring, number 30. So,
Okay, I didn't know that. I think maybe you
yeah,
told me that. One of
yeah,
my favorite players from back then was Roger Craig.
yeah,
I always liked the '80s because they had the big running backs, the era of the big
yep.
running backs. And Roger
See,
Craig was not didn't have quite. He was kind of like the second tier. But man, the way he ran, he was just
the high
brutal.
knees, right?
The high
But but
knees.
but I'm gonna tell you something, Peter. When they drafted him, he was a halfback. They drafted him out of Nebraska.
Okay.
But they had Wendell Tyler. So
Right.
they asked him to put on weight and they made him fullback. So a
Right.
couple years he played fullback, didn't get the ball as much, caught passes, blocked, learned how to
Right. He was
block.
a good receiver.
Good receiver, good blocker.
Yeah.
Then when they got moved away from Wendell Tyler, they said, okay, Roger Craig, we want you to be the halfback. So then he had to drop the weight. They
Really?
draft Tom Rathman. And then
Right.
that's when all the yards started coming up. They started actually giving him the ball.
And Rathman was one of the guys that pioneered the position of fullback, where they almost had like an offensive lineman as a fullback.
Right.
He's one of the initial guys like that.
Like
him and Moose Johnston.
Yes, that could catch though. I think Tom Rathman
was athlete.
he was great. I mean, Moose was more like a bulldozer. I don't think he had the running skills and the catching skills of a Tom Rathman. But
Rathman was
like you say, when you put an offensive lineman in the backfield.
In the backfield.
Yeah.
But now they don't even play fullbacks at all.
No, I think the 49ers, we're the only one. Kyle Juszczyk. He's a fullback. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's pretty rare. I mean, there's so much shotgun.
He's guaranteed. He's guaranteed a Pro Bowl position every year he plays.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
He's guaranteed a fullback position. So P-Dub, moving along with the Mr. National podcast again, folks. We'll just touch on a little NFL stuff, and then we'll get into electric football. We always end our show with electric football, and that's our meat and potatoes. Most of the viewers, most of the people that we know are from the electric football family. So yeah, we never try not to leave out electric football. And if you would like to join me and P-Dub on a podcast episode, let us know. We'll get you on here.
We'll book you.
We'll book you. Yeah, Jim
People
Davis.
call our people.
Yeah, all that. Jim Davis been on probably the most. Jim and Brian Phillips. I mean, and if we had him on a lot.
Brian's welcome back anytime.
Anytime. There you go. See that, Brian? Came from Paul. I don't know if you're gonna believe it. I don't know if I believe it. Let's leave BP alone. He gonna get us.
Nobody alone.
Yeah, he gonna get us. So, NFL season kicks off. I think me and P-Dub are in our 4th year, maybe, of doing the podcast. 3rd. We started before
4, yeah.
Yeah, 4, because we started before the pandemic.
Right,
so
we were built for the pandemic.
We were built from day one for the pandemic. Absolutely.
Yeah, we did start before the pandemic because the first summer of the pandemic, when they canceled sports, we did those Super Bowl replays.
We did those best game replays on Sundays,
which was awesome. Actually,
that was awesome with Hugh Stack. So, all right, NFL starting up tonight. Chiefs and the Lions. Who you got, P-Dub?
I got the Chiefs.
Okay, I think the Lions are going to win.
It's a bold pick. That's a bold pick. Mrs. Pate's going to be excited to hear that, though.
Right. I got some brownie points. I think the Chiefs. Here's why. Not that the Lions are better than the Chiefs. No way. Okay. I think the Lions might eke out 9 wins, maybe, which is like Super Bowl to them. Yeah,
You think they make? You don't think they win that division?
I want to. Aren't they in the same division with the Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Vikings and the Bears and Lions are going to battle for second. And then the Packers, I think, come in last.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. But here's why the Lions win. Because the Chiefs, of course, they have the celebration today. You know, defending Super Bowl champs. So they got all that to go with. No Eric Bieniemy, so they got a new offensive coordinator.
Right.
He was good at what he did. He was good with that offense and with Mahomes. I just don't think they just skip a beat without some hiccups. I mean, don't miss a beat without some hiccups.
Yeah.
No Kelce, Travis Kelce. We talked about that. He got hurt in preseason or working out or practice. Right. And then of course Chris Jones hasn't been signed. So those four things is the Super Bowl celebration.
Right.
Okay. No Eric Bieniemy, no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. Right. Those four things spell a loss for them today. That's
You know what? Here's my rationale behind it. Here's how I do my picks. Look at look at all the home teams. Right? The home team gets the win unless you can convince me. It's a convincing reason to go with the away team.
Right.
So, all those things that you mentioned are very convincing reasons to go away from Kansas City. But Kansas City is the home team. And they got Mahomes.
They do. They got Mahomes. But he doesn't have his favorite. Even when Tyreek Hill was there, Kelce was his favorite.
Yeah. No, that's true.
His favorite.
I don't know if that's which one's going to impact more, Jones or Kelce, because Kelce is a huge target for him. So,
and the Lions, the thing with them, they have been overlooked for decades. Yeah. Okay,
right,
but now people are starting to look at them. They're the sexy pick to win that division. So it's going to be interesting to see them play with expectations on them. So,
right.
I think the Eagles, of all the divisions, I think the Eagles may have the easiest cakewalk to the division because they're good. They are good. And
they are.
And I don't think none of the other teams, the Cowboys, Giants, and the Commanders, have enough, on paper to challenge them.
Yeah.
So
you want to go through each division?
Yeah, let's come on. This is why we do this podcast. We're gonna start with the AFC. A is first.
AFC East.
That's right. Absolutely. When you had that old lunchbox when you was a kid and it had that was back when you had like 28 teams.
Right.
You had that lunchbox and had the AFC East team.
AFC East with all 5 teams in it.
Yeah. And then the NFC Central. I mean the AFC Central.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Central? Yeah, it was the Central. I think they had 4 teams.
Right.
Steelers, Bengals,
Oilers,
and Browns.
Yep. That was a black and blue division, man.
That was. Then the old AFC West had Chargers, Raiders. Used to have Seattle. They were 5 teams too.
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks was an AFC team.
Yeah. Yeah. Chiefs,
Chargers, Broncos. Raiders, Seahawks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's it.
Now it's different. Okay, so
it's different. AFC, so now
we go
right.
Who do you got? I mean,
I got Buffalo.
I do too. But the big question is, where in that division do the Jets end up? They added a lot of,
they bought in.
Gold-plated teeth.
I think they're going to come in.
Still got the cavities inside, though.
I want to say second. See, Dolphins are very good. That quarterback, I mean, that coach is pretty good. He looks like a nerd, but he's pretty good.
I know, right? Yeah.
I don't know if I could trust Tua though. I don't. He's small. He gets hit a lot.
It's like so up in the air. The one thing that you can count on is Buffalo's going to be damn good.
Definitely. But here's the thing. I said that before. I said this before in another podcast. The window's closing for Buffalo. They got to go to the Super Bowl this year.
I mean, they're always right there. They're right there, but
they keep losing. They lose to the Chiefs. They'll lose to the Bengals. This is it.
Right.
They got to do it. They got to do it. This is all right. So Buffalo and then Jets. I got the Jets because I trust in Aaron Rodgers over Tua, and I think the Jets have a better defense than the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that defense.
And that's pretty safe. Yeah, I'd say. You want me to write this down? The Jets or the.
Yeah.
We got it on record here.
We have it on record. We're gonna have it on record, Mr. Nash.
Let's move along to the AFC North.
To the North, that is going to be
bruiser.
I think. Yeah, it is. I think. They papered up your boy. You a big Lamar Jackson guy. I never.
Yeah.
I told you I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the safe pick is the Bengals, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's where I was going. The Bengals, but don't be surprised if the Ravens make some noise. But my sleeper pick is the Cleveland Browns.
Really?
I like Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
I like Deshaun Watson.
See what he can do.
Right. Yeah. I think the Steelers. See, and it's hard to pick the Steelers to come in last because Tomlin does not have losing record.
Right, I know. He's just there every year, man, making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Something. It's always a team falls back, crumbles or whatever. It's not as good as what you think they are. Right.
Right.
I know, but we just went through the AFC East. And we just went through all those teams. And all those teams, we didn't mention the Patriots, but they do have
I know,
Belichick.
right? The same Steelers and Patriots, the same thing, man. They're always there.
Dude, who will not make the playoffs out of that two? We just the East, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Patriots.
The West yet.
We ain't even got to the West. That's crazy.
Which is
next is the North
season, isn't it?
The next is the North. I'm at the South. The South, which is the weak division. That's going to be Jacksonville.
What, you take Jacksonville?
Yeah, taking Jacksonville.
Me too. Yeah, that's my favorite pick out of this.
Yeah.
See what they can do, right?
Right. That's another sexy pick team.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Everybody's picking them. They own the cups. They own the cup. They got the young quarterback. They got the quarterback whisperer, Doug Peterson, who can.
What do you think of Tennessee, though? Tennessee's tough. They get some potential.
I think they shot their load. They done.
Yeah.
They lost that receiver, AJ Brown, to the Eagles.
Right.
They're done. They're done.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not done for us. They might. I don't even think they make the playoff. I think only one team comes out of that division, and that's the Jaguars, because the other two divisions are so stocked.
Right.
And that brings us to the
Texans are terrible.
Terrible. As Charles Barkley would say, terrible. Right. All right. So moving on, we're gonna keep it going. The West, I got Kansas City.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Dude, Denver. They went out and brought Sean Payton out of retirement. Can he turn? P-Dub is like,
There's certain people you want to see, I want to see lay an egg, and that's with Aaron Rodgers and Sean Payton are the two I want to see.
Yeah, that's it. You don't think he turns Russell Wilson around, huh? He don't get him right.
That was really weird how Wilson just sucked it last year.
Absolutely. He was horrible.
Like, what the heck, man? How did that happen?
Now, here you go. Right now, is Russell Wilson a Hall of Fame quarterback?
That's good. He's right on the edge. I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
Hey, I got skills. You told me keep on talking.
Yeah, wow, that's a good one. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess they got to vote and do the electoral college and all that.
Right? Is he a Hall of Fame quarterback? I mean, He won a
It'll
Super
take him a
Bowl.
while to get in if he does.
He got one Super Bowl, another appearance.
Right, that's a
And
big difference right there. Is if you
yeah,
get a Super Bowl, you can't he wouldn't get in if he didn't have a Super Bowl for sure.
no, he wouldn't even get looked at. He would be Tony Romo. He would be Donovan McNabb. He would be,
yeah,
those guys.
yeah.
Matt,
Man, that's a good one. I like it. What do you think? What is your answer?
hey, I'm the host. I don't have to answer. I just come up.
Wait, I'm the guy asking the questions here. People want to hear Mr. National answer the question. Want to hear me drop the knowledge.
Okay, so all right. Now
so we both got Kansas City. That's an easy division. I mean,
that is. Well,
but it's a tough division, though. I think the
Raiders the Raiders are good, and the Chargers are really good.
You're right there. Yeah,
I think the Chargers are second. They coming back.
They got the other
same. Boats. They're coming back. With the other Bosa brother, right. and they have they didn't really make out no changes. Like the Raiders are coming back, but they got a new quarterback.
Right.
So, I don't think they upgraded. I thought Carr is a better.
Yeah, he's playing well.
With the Saints, right? He's with the Saints.
Yeah.
David Carr's a good quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Russell Wilson, he's got to get better. I mean, his Hall of Fame status took a hit last year because it was like,
right.
Oh man, maybe it was just Seattle playing in the system.
Yeah, I know. Kind of weird, man.
Yeah, that's.
They said though that coach was really
bad. We're going to answer that. That's a teaser. That's what you call a teaser. That Russell Wilson question will get answered on our next podcast, where me and P-Dub get to do some research, look at the numbers, look who he compares to, and then we'll come back with it.
Yeah, let's get some feedback from the community.
That's how we play it out there. Do you think Russell Wilson is a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah, we need to post that question.
All right, moving right along with the Mr. National podcast. I'm Mr. National. That's P-Dub. We are doing it on
the NFC East, the division with the least.
On an NFL kickoff Thursday. I already answered that question, the Eagles.
Yeah, I got
Eagles.
What's I hate to say it, the Eagles. Cowboys are, I think the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And,
by default.
Hey, do you think how long do you think before Deion becomes the coach of the Cowboys?
Never.
Jerry Jones just salivating.
He knows Jerry Jones, and he would never be able to work with him.
Yeah. That's got to be the worst job in the NFL, man.
It has to
be. Job.
You have to be a no ego type of head coach to work for Jerry Jones. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. I was surprised the tuna Bill Parcells did it.
Yeah.
Didn't last long.
Don't expect me to make dinner if you don't want to let me buy the groceries. I love that.
That was awesome. That was, that was it right there.
Yeah. Okay, NFC East was easy.
Yeah, it was. The best coach he had, his favorite was the Clapper. He loved that.
So I watched the series called All In with the Cowboys from 2017.
Uh-huh.
And actually, Garrett was not bad. I mean, I liked him. But it's just bullshit what he's got to do. That coach has to deal with. Jones is right there, like everything,
Everything.
And he's super creepy with the players. Like he's just really
Garrett. Weird. I mean, Garrett undermined Phillips, man. He undermined him to get the job, and then.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, calling all them dumb plays. He was the OC.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator, and they were stagnant, and then he gets the job, and then the offense opens up, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think he was holding back. I think he held back Garrett. I don't know. Yeah.
Huh. Well, they had, I don't know. Romo was the wild card in that thing. Romo was way better than anybody thought he was going to be.
Yes. Right.
So they opened it up, but he was never going to be, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
So that's why
Romo couldn't win playoff game. He would screw up.
Yeah.
Romo reminds me. Well, Jimmy G reminds me of Romo. be doing all that good stuff, and then at the worst possible moment, make the big bonehead play and cost you the game.
Yeah.
That's it, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on. NFC North.
This is the tough one. This is up for
Yes.
grabs, right?
It's up for grabs, yes. The Vikings
Minnesota's
kind of
lost a few players. They lost Dalvin Cook. He went to the Jets.
yes. He went to the Jets.
Thielen. They lost that Adam Thielen. He went to the Panthers, I think.
Oh wow, did he?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't. Anyway, he was. You know, he's a good big receiver.
Kirk
Short hands.
But they still got Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, who's probably like the best receiver in the NFL.
Yep, absolutely.
He made that team last year.
He did. And Kirk Cousins, he's a good quarterback. He sucks.
I never liked him.
I mean, if you need that guy to win a big game, he just cannot do it. He sucks. I want to say the Lions, but as much as I want to say the Lions, because they had a really good team and a really good they just had good energy about them. That coach is Dan Campbell he got them guys dialed in. They are buying in. They are believing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to fulfill their potential. It seems like,
But I like the Bears. I like Justin Fields. I like them getting the wide receiver.
Hurts to me.
Yeah.
Him and Hurts are just, like unstoppable, man.
Man, you put out. I gotta say, who's the Vikings head coach? They got that younger guy. I know he's.
Yeah. I can't remember his name right now.
He's pretty good.
Tall white guy.
Yeah, and I'm looking at quarterback coach, and I think they have the best chemistry. I think they win the division. The Vikings.
Vikings. Oh, okay. You're gonna go with the Vikings, huh?
Yeah, but not by much. I just don't think that
I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Yeah, I wanted to say the Lions. I just don't like that quarter. Jared Goff and Dan Campbell, I don't see them doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jared Goff
went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, with Sean McVay in his headset the whole time.
With all those weapons, man. He just had to throw the ball or somewhere.
And hand it off to Gurley. But that's what they said. They said McVay would talk to him right up till the headset went off. I think it went off like 12 or 15 seconds before left on the play clock.
Really?
So yeah. So the way that headset, the coach could talk to the quarterback up to 15 seconds, and then it goes out. So McVay's looking at it. He's telling that guy. It's almost like electric football. He had an electric football player out there with Jared Goff, and McVay was the coach. That's why when they went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, Belichick knew that. He didn't line up his defense until 15 seconds.
I love that, Belichick.
He would just come up and show vanilla, and then at 15 seconds, when the headset went off, they start moving. And Jared Goff.
That's a chess match right there, isn't it?
That is.
I love that.
That was so good. That was one of
That's what Kim would say. Now that's football.
Yeah, that's football. Ain't that football? Yeah, that's Kit right there. Yep. Yeah, that was so hysterical. So I mean, Jared Goff lost a lot of credibility. What we believe. So
yeah, I think Goff is like the quarterback, like that. I think of like Dak Prescott should be more like Jared Goff. Believe it or not, because Goff can just manage the game. Take what the defense gives you.
Alex Smith
to be the hero. Yeah. He's never going to try to be the hero.
Nah, Jared Goff won't. Nope. Yeah. He's like Alex Smith. That was Alex Smith. So Dak, I think he needs to be more. He got to run more. That's what Dak is.
Right, he's dangerous on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, since he got hurt, he don't run. But, so if he runs, he'll get it back. So PW, you got the Lions. I have the Vikings.
Sticking with the Vikings. They had a great season last year until they got to
the playoffs. I think between the coach, the quarterback, and that receiver, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Because then everybody else, you got the Packers, I think, coming last.
Okay.
With a new quarterback, Jared Love or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of they're kind of wild card, I think, a little bit. You know, you don't know.
Yeah, I know they're gonna stink. You don't know they're gonna stink. Aaron Rodgers was that dude. I mean, he's an
Yeah,
asshole and arrogant and all that, but the
yeah,
boy could play.
yeah. He's just fucking good,
He
man.
could play.
Yeah.
So
All
moving
right.
on, we got the NFC South.
South. Yep. South.
The South. Yep.
Yeah.
NFC South. So
It's a tough division to call.
last year, that was the NFC Central, I think, the old black and blue division.
Yeah. NFC, yeah.
South.
Pretty much.
So
I mean,
the
it's all
last
rearranged anyway.
yeah, that's the Saints,
The Saints, the Buccaneers, the Panthers,
Falcons.
and the Falcons.
Jeez, ain't there somebody else in there? That division
No, that's it. The
sucks.
Saints. So last year the standings were the 8-9 Buccaneers won the division. Remember?
Yeah.
Panthers, Saints, Falcons brought, and they were all. Look at this. Last year is the Buccaneers at 8-9, Panthers 7-10, Saints 7-10, Falcons 7-10. That was the standings last year. Who are you gonna pick this year, man? Flip a coin.
I got the Saints.
The Saints.
No. I got the Saints with Derek Carr.
I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers and what's his name? Not Curtis Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Freddie's dead. Curtis. All right, you got the Bucks. I don't think Todd Bowles is a bad head coach. Great defensive coordinator. He can't do it.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks just to.
All right, and I got the Saints.
Okay.
I got the Saints.
Okay.
And then that brings us up to the NFC West.
Right.
Who you already know. You ain't got to ask.
I'm gonna go with the same pick. I mean, I don't see anybody knocking them off.
Yeah, I think the 49ers and Eagles are head and shoulders above the rest of the division.
The only thing is the quarterback.
Can he do it? Yeah, he's gonna be fine. It's a system. I mean, Kyle Shanahan, that kid could play.
Right.
I like him. Pro Bowl next year. Pro Bowl this year. I mean, he's gonna be Pro Bowl. All right, now
Frank's watching, by the way.
Huh?
Frank Jacobs is watching.
Oh yeah, Big Frank. Yeah, he wanted to hear what happened with this electric football.
Yeah.
Electric football. Why can't we play real football and electric football? Because it's not real football. That's why. It's real. Like it ain't.
Listen, all those muscles, Frank, they don't help you on the electric football field.
Nah, no. Man, Frank. I was chatting with Frank not too long ago. Frank is anybody that wants some strength bases, check Frank out. Frank is tweaking up monsters. Monster bases.
Maybe these muscles are helping him with those bases.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He get them tweak pliers in there.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. He squeezed them. Man. He squeezed them things so much the plastic juice comes out of the prawns. Right? My man Frank Jacobs. All right, getting on to the post. Now you set the table for this, PW. I want to hear, how did you?
Well, I don't want to speak badly about the TOC because, first of all, even though Frank says I'm a fat ass now. That's funny. All right, so listen, the TOC is great. I love, even though people don't go to it, people watch, and so just to set the stage, anybody who's contributing, like putting on a tournament for the TOC, or just even participating or supporting it in any kind of way, hats off to them.
Right. Thank
you. Electric football community loves it. Love to have the top players, top coaches meet up, have tournaments, see who wins. Even have them battle it out. That's the pinnacle. It's like our Super Bowl,
Right.
So, but what was the post? It was the fact that they raised the price
Right.
And so some,
The pre-registration went up, and then at the door went up a little bit.
yeah, a little bit in price, which I mean, you know, given everything else in our
In the world, everything
prices
goes
going
up.
up of everything, right?
Everything.
It's the supply chain.
It's
COVID. It's
everything.
Bidenomics. You know, whatever. Anyway, price is going up. No, I mean, what was it going up $5-10 or something like that?
I think right. I mean, they got
as with everything in elect football. There's a little bit of comments from the peanut gallery, which included Philly Neffel, and finally had something to say about this. So is that did I say it right?
Yeah. Philly NFL, Philly Neffel. So what did you say? Did you read it? It was long. It was a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you just you said you want me to read it.
No. We gotta let people go want to see it. They're gonna go check it out. So
yeah, see what Mr. National has to say about that.
Basically, was just you know what I mean. Like everything's going up, and I don't make as many of the TOC events as I used to, but I still support those guys: Cello, Selby, Charles Lane, Kelly in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't. Darrell used to run the Clash, but now it's
Levi, right?
Franklin? Yep, Franklin.
Yeah, I think he's the one.
Levi.
Yeah, he was the one that sort of defended the fact that the price of the hotel's going up,
right?
Food, everything, so
everything.
Yeah.
So I just didn't. I just said, everything else is going up. National proves the raise, you know what I mean? That bump.
Yeah.
And then you got people. I mean, Rafiq is my boy, so you just said the attendance ain't going up. I got you, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. The TOC when it was out, everybody wanted to be in it. Everybody was, and it was at the top of the food chain. Now, I mean, you got Tehran with the Glass City. And you got the Dr. Bob League thing going on. So there's the college football thing.
Yeah.
So some other things going on that's doing good. And now it just seems like everybody want to just hate on the TOC. Like, when you down and out, you don't pile on, don't pile on the pile. That's when you got to dig in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be a fan. Don't be a fan when your team is number one in the division. How about when they were drafting number one for 6 out of 7? You know what I mean? 4 out of 7 years. Did you show your fan of your fan pride then? So the TOC
buy some season tickets.
The TOC is hurting a little bit. It could be some things that could be changed or tried to be better. But I mean, guys are acting like they doubled the price or something outrageous. The price went up a couple dollars. Like, what else didn't go up? I mean, no, everybody, they don't feed you. I mean, I get that. The food is a big. First of all, a lot of us eating too much anyway. A lot of these coaches need to look in the mirror and fucking get some Slim Fast or bring some protein shakes. So if I run a TOC,
when Frank's gonna come to the next TOC, we're gonna lead us in calisthenics.
That's right, and we're gonna get Moody in there too. Moody gonna stretch everybody out, and then Frank's gonna lead calisthenics for us. Listen, I'm gonna throw a TOC, all right, and my dinner gonna be a fucking smoothies and protein shakes. Okay, that's what you're gonna be eating. A liquid dinner. Okay.
You want to see attendance go down, right?
Talking about food. All right, but you gotta have. Hey, anybody that attended the NFL Super Bowl, in June knew we had Thanksgiving. It was a Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, every year. Okay, every year for the Super Bowl, ask anybody. Hands down, more food than anywhere.
Daly's Irish Pub.
In Daly's Irish Pub, who let us bring our own food into his restaurant.
Wow.
So on top of all that food that we cooked, I also would buy pizza and it was something else, French fries or something else, just to show support, and then all the liquor.
Right.
But the reason I was able to have so much food because guess what? Corey's mom does catering. So the little bit of chump change out of our money that I had from our league fees, which would buy like 3 large pizza pies and a cheesesteak. I gave my mom this money, I put a little bit out of my pocket, and my mom put the rest to it, and we could have fed 50 to 150 people
Wow.
every Super Bowl.
She was like turning the loaves of bread
So
into
so right. So
fishes.
I mean, guys like the food. Listen, food isn't cheap. Then you got to get some. So I don't know what's the hookup with
Plus, I mean,
Teron and Rafiq have.
if your attendance is down, you still got to cover the cost of the room.
Right.
Is the same.
So they keep saying, "Oh, I want food." I mean, they hurting because there's nobody coming, so the price got to come up. Come back and support the TOC. Don't bring the theatrics and the nonsense. And this ain't right. This ain't. I mean, everybody
okay. This is what I want to. Can I say something about the rules?
Go ahead.
Because you posted in there like everybody's trying to, put in their 2 cents. Got too many cooks in the kitchen or something like that.
Yeah, because with the TOC. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Let me look. If you have if they have a Wimbledon, or they have an amateur tennis tournament, or you playing pickleball or whatever it is, you know how if you hit the ball and it hits the line, it's in, right?
Right.
In tennis, if it hits the line, it's in. It's not if it hits the line and it's out.
Right.
If it hits the line, it's in, right? You don't have all the tennis players going, no, I like it if you hits the line, it's out.
Right.
Right. They don't ask the tennis players they don't ask that. We don't want to know what you think of that.
No.
You can make that during the off season or something if you want to put in your, little complaint or whatever. But when you show up to the tennis match, those are the rules. Play by the rules, right? And absolutely. I think that's, I think electric football sure could use a little bit of that attitude. And coaches that are showing up for a tournament, support the person who put together the rules, and say, yep, this is it, right? And then there's always during the off season, they take a minute and they say, if you got some suggestions or whatever, take the feedback. There's a time for that. But otherwise, you just show up and you play the game. It's no argument. You know what I mean? And another thing is the people who were on the committee to put together the rules, that took a lot of time and effort. So
absolutely.
It's kind of disrespectful to just be hey, by the way, I think you should just change this is not right or whatever, I should change this. I should be able to stack my players here or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. But the thing is, they always say, in my league, we could do this. In my league, we do this. Why don't we do this?
Yeah, that's your league.
It's your league. Right.
Yeah, which is great. That rule is great. If you like it, that's great. If you play tennis and the ball hits the line and it's out, the match would still be competitive, right? Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe would still be battling it out, with the different rules. But it's still a great game. Right. It doesn't matter. Right. The rules don't matter. Just play by the rules, but have fun.
Have fun. I mean,
that's my pet peeve, Nash.
That's
among a few pet peeves. Another one is act right. I mean, don't act like a freaking child.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to.
Oh, no, we ain't going there. That'd be a whole nother podcast right there. Right. Getting Paul on that one. P-Dub.
But I mean, I think that's a big issue with the TOC.
Yeah.
You can't go acting like a fool and expect people to want to come around. I don't want to come around. Right.
You got to get these guys in check. Guys want to come. They want to have fun. They don't want to have nobody acting like clown. This coach up here hollering and carrying on like they're bigger than the game. They don't want that. Okay.
Come around for that.
So everybody go to Glass City. Teron, Rafiq. Everything is all love. It's food. Okay, I get that. That's fair. They got a good thing going. But the TOC, you don't have nothing else without the TOC. So the TOC is I'm not gonna say in trouble, but it's hurting a little bit. So that's when you should support more. That's basically all I'm saying. Okay, it's not
Well,
right,
your
but just
message was
come.
a positive thing.
That's what I was being was positive.
Yeah.
And then I got attacked. somebody said
Ankle biters.
From somebody that don't go nowhere or don't play. That's what was said about me.
Yeah.
Somebody said that.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And then somebody else, the same somebody said, Clowney just got a contract off a hit that he made in college, trying to say like, what
I read that.
Yeah.
Is he talking about Jadeveon Clowney?
Yeah, that's what that was referring to. Talking about check the resume.
Big giant contract from one hit that he made in college.
Right. That's what
they couldn't see him at the combine or
So that's what was that was the attack I got from somebody. That somebody won't even say their name. That's how you handle children. Okay, children should be seen, not heard. Okay, that's how you handle that. So, I was being positive, supporting Kelly, supporting Cello, supporting all the guys that put that work in.
Right. They're really great.
That's done something.
Listen, here's another thing that, if you don't mind. A lot of people that don't go to the tournament. Here's another pet peeve. Well, you don't ever go. I don't want to hear from you. You don't ever go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people that don't go to it watch it. I mean, that's what makes it so popular. Like you said, if you don't have the TOC, you don't have. I mean, look, I'm never going to be a great coach. I can't hardly. I can't even. I went to a TOC and one little kid beat me. Billy Campbell's kid when he was like 7 beat me. So, but I like to watch. I like to see the best coaches battle it out. It's fun. And I like the trash talk. I mean, I love it. But
I mean, yeah. Shout out to RK Games who broadcast a lot of them, and Brandon. I mean, they bring it too. That's the stuff I used to do. I mean,
Yeah.
That person that said he don't go nowhere. Did he remember the Fishers, Dustin and Roger, and their
you inspired them, or there's a story behind the inspiration?
Come on, man. Don't come at me, man. I'm like, Dion, what? You look, what did Dion say? What about me makes you think I care about what you think? Come on, man. Something like that. Come on, man. Check my resume. All right. So that's basically positive. It was nothing positive. Yeah. So Rafiq, I get it. The attendance is down. They're not doing this right. But keep going. Keep supporting it. Just keep, voicing your opinion when you get there. I mean, we all got Kelly's number. He posted his number up there.
Wow.
He posted his number up there. Help him out. Selby, I give a shout out. And Kevin Brown, those guys out in North Carolina at the con for the championship in North Carolina, the Tobacco Road guys, excellent job. They've been on a great show. They were proud to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Proud. They wanted it. Okay? They wanted it. They put it on. Kudos to them. You know what I mean? Just keep going. The TOC, they just shitting on it now because it ain't bad. Everybody just want to shit on it because it ain't doing too good. That's corny. Okay? That's corny.
Yeah, that's tired. Played out.
Step up and be more supportive. It's a hurt now. They need more support. So
because this is what I like about it is the best of the best. You want to see like Brian Phillips and Adrian Baxter, or Charles Lane or Rafiq,
or the Newtons, or the Newtons, Brian Newton, Kelly Newton, going up against Pep or Brandon Woodard. You know what I mean? You want to you want that.
Who wins? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Listen, that was my message. P-Dub wanted to talk about that post. I know he was like, "Whoa." Corey got on there and said Nash. So that was it. I was just being positive, and it's all love.
You always are. You always are, which I really appreciate. I think a lot of people do. Yeah, because it's so easy to be negative. Like
it's easy.
Yeah.
It shows show character.
Nice.
Being positive, So, listen,
all right,
man, that was a podcast. I appreciate you all as always, P-Dub, coming through
fun every time. I hope you have a good night tonight. You got any plans for the game? Or are you gonna just
just probably just chill out, maybe have a beer or two. Make sure you get your picks in. Picks with Friends is in. We are locked and loaded.
I'm taking everybody's money this year.
We got Smokestack. We got the Hulk. We got Hugstack
in it.
Yep.
Oh, I'm taking his money too.
Yep, Hugstack is in it. Yeah. We got a loaded field.
All right. So, I didn't know Smokestack was in it.
Yeah. So everybody that's next year, I'll try to extend an invite to some of the other coaches that want to play Picks with Friends with us. So that's a podcast. Everybody enjoy opening kickoff. Enjoy the season. Have a great weekend. We are out of here. Peace.
See ya.